questions than answers. As we went off the air last week with a man we just saw, and well, for tonight,
Hey, WWE, you want to get unreal? Let's get unreal, because Grayson Waller has a live microphone finally. I think it's about time that I started rattling some cages. I made my main roster debut in the main event of Madison Square Garden 6 weeks after I broke my leg on that announce table. 6 weeks. And most people would have drowned under the lights, but lad, I swam. WrestleMania 40, Lincoln Financial Field, 60,000 people. I stood on top of a ladder and I brought home the SmackDown tag titles. I felt on top of the world. Everything was going like I had planned. And then something changed. And I don't know what it was, because it's not my work ethic, it's not my talent. Maybe I was too honest. Maybe I didn't politic. Maybe I didn't kiss the right ass. But either way, the last 2 years of my career have been an absolute embarrassment, and I'm man enough to admit it. I spent a year carrying 240 pounds of idiot on my back, making him relevant again. So much so that these people actually chanted his name. Never before, never since, but I don't care how many bells and whistles you give him. At the end of the day, that Marty Jannetty is still allergic to the microphone. Oh, it gets worse. The last year of my career, I pretended I was at a funeral. And I committed to the bit. I wore the silly hat. I climbed to the top of every arena in this country. And on a live microphone, I told the world just how good someone else was. And the ironic thing is, I was dressed for a funeral, but the only thing dying was my career. But it's a new day. And I could sit at home, cash a check, eat some salt and pepper chicken at catering once a week, but that ain't me. What did I do? I got in the best shape of my life, lad. I'm hungrier than ever been. Every day I go to war with myself, mentally and physically, because when I say I mean it, I need to feel like I mean it. And I got demons. And in order to get where I should be, I need to conquer some demons, and the one that's been keeping me awake at night for a very long time is the NXT Championship. Because you guys know it, that championship used to mean something. It used to represent the best wrestler in the world. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano. Even recently, Braun, Mello, Trick, Oba, they get to the main roster and the red carpet gets rolled out. They get treated like gods because that title represents the future of the industry. But I never had it. So I get treated like a Netflix ad break comedy act. But not anymore. I'm ready to conquer my demon, and I'm announcing right in front of the world right now, I'm here to take the NXT title. Because honestly, who's gonna stop me? Cruz Montana? I love the new name, by the way, it's great. You walk in here last week like you're someone. Man of the people. I know these people, Cruz, and the secret is, in about 6 weeks, they're gonna have a shiny new toy and they're not gonna care about you. But what really frustrates me is Cruz walks in like he's gonna challenge for the NXT title straight away. Because he was the top guy in TNA. It ain't 2005, lad. Being the top guy in TNA is like being the best basketball player at the local YMCA. I'm not impressed. And speaking of not impressed, what about the champ? Hey, Tony D, why don't you come do something? You finally got a chance to show the world what you can do because there was no one left. So I'm gonna do you a favor, Tony. I'm gonna send you home to that ugly newborn baby of yours. Go be a dad. This top guy stuff's not... What's wrong? Sean wants me to, yeah? You tell Sean to tune up the band if he has a problem with what I'm saying. You can't go do it himself, huh? You gonna stop me? You gonna go to commercial? It's too early. Hey, you know what? Sean, why don't you send out one of your guys? Because Sean has guys. I used to be one, but he's moved on. In fact, I have a message for the NXT roster. Hey guys, get off your phone. I know you're probably filming a TikTok. Maybe watch the show and learn something. Because I just walked in your house. I didn't even wipe my feet. And everything I'm about to say, I mean with the utmost disrespect. The NXT male roster is soft. You're lazy. You're complacent. You're happy to be here. I know you fat flops will love this one. The women of NXT are running laps around you. Yet still, 90% of you think you should get called up tomorrow. But here's the secret, ladies and gentlemen. I look at that roster, maybe 10%'s ready. They're all women. Because you got world-class athletes back there. I see at the tryout all the passion and energy, and then you come here and you're fine with putting WWE superstar in your Instagram bio so you can play wrestler for 6 months, impress some mediocre girls in downtown Orlando, and spend all your time in medical. And then you have the independent talent. My people, I love independent wrestlers, and you come here and you do things in this ring that no one else can do. How good are they? But then you put a microphone in their hands and all the energy gets sucked out of the room because you're a bunch of charisma vacuums. Hey. And I know you're all kind of looking over at Sean right now, seeing how he's freaking out on the headset, but deep down inside, HBK's smiling because I'm finally telling the truth. This men's division has been for the taking for months. Hey, shut up, I don't need your support. I'm cooking right now, let me cook. This men's division has been for the taking for months, and none of you have done a thing about it, but I will. I'm gonna walk in, take the title, take the division. I'm gonna take every opportunity that any of you are supposed to have, because unfortunately, for that embarrassment of a roster, I'm starting to remember who Grayson Waller is. I'm the most underrated guy on this roster. I'm the all-round pound for pound best. Get on the floor. I don't need a mic. You don't want to give me an opportunity, WWE? I just took one. Consider your cages rattled.